What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by auta.nl. My name is Max, and today is one of those good days in winter, blue skies, and somehow we got our hands on this, a freaking golden Porsche 964 Targa by Speed Service, which is a Dutch company who specialize in backdating and basically resto-modding air-cooled Porsches with a sort of an extra love for the Porsche 964 911. So today I'm going to show you around this amazing Targa that has been rebuilt basically from the ground up with their own parts, with a new larger capacity engine. It sounds amazing, it looks the business. So we're on this beautiful spot here with a freaking windmill. I mean, how Dutch do you want this video to be? And well, I'm going to take it for a little drive around this little lake here, and that will be it. No Autobahn today for obvious reasons. This is also basically a sold car, so I don't want to risk anything, but we are going to have fun today. So what they do is they take a 964 donor car and they basically completely strip it of everything. So it is completely stripped of all its paint, of all its parts, and they start from the ground up with a completely stripped shell. From there they basically do everything they can in-house. So they make their own wheels, they make their own bodywork, which is all steel. You see that with a lot of these resto-modded 911s, that they go for a fiberglass body or a carbon fiber body like with Singer, but Speed Service goes for a steel option because they say we can send the car anywhere in the world. This car, for instance, is probably going to the US, and because it has steel fenders, you can basically have it fixed in any good body shop around the world, which makes it a lot more usable, and it means that you don't have to be scared to drive it, and you don't have to be scared that if someone hits you or if you hit something, that the car has to be shipped over to the manufacturer, to the original builder to be fixed, and it will cost like an arm and a leg. It basically makes it a bit more simple to run, which is very cool. I'm going to walk around it and show you a couple of very cool details. Now let's start with the wheels. As I said, they make these themselves, so it is a 3-piece wheel with like a Fuchs wheel heart. So it's a classic looking wheel, but it is completely brand new, and it is a lot bigger as well. It's 17 inch with around that Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires. These are 225s at the front with a nice high sidewall as well. And then behind that we've got the brakes from a 964 turbo, so a lot bigger brake discs, bigger calipers. And then we've got Bilstein adjustable suspension, so ride height, but also rebound, compression, stuff like that is all adjustable, which is very nice. It rides really well. These mirrors, they make them as well from 2 pieces of aluminium, and then inside here is the original Porsche electric adjustable mirrors, so you can just use the regular stuff. And something very special about this car is that they also make their own light units. So this, with this little edge, with little ridge in there, it looks super classic, but it is just brand new and it fits the car really well. Some nice headlights there as well. The bumpers, they make them themselves as well, so this is super nice. It is a very classic look with a little black plastic edge to sort of match all the other edges on the car. Little chrome as well, nice little splitter, little spoiler lip there, and then the oil cooler is in the regular spot, so it is, I think, down there or back there. You see that with a lot of these resto mods, that they have like a different bonnet with an air intake, or that they have like an oil cooler down here, but then they said that you don't have a spot to mount your license plate. So this is the most practical option, which I kind of like that. I think that practical approach to it, I think, is a good one. This gold, by the way, is just their own color. It is not something specific, so I'm going to call it Speed Service Gold, and it fits this Targa so well with all that chrome, with these Fuchs wheels. Little Targa roof, so nice. And you have to drive it with the top down, because I drove it here with the top up, and you know, it's quite a bit of wind noise. It is basically an old thing, so that doesn't really work. You have to drive it with the top down. I mean, you should anyway. It sounds freaking delicious. Nice little Porsche decal down the side. A beautiful Targa badge. Oh, this is so nice as well. Oh, yeah, the want is big with this one. It just makes me like a bit jittery when I walk around their shop with all these beautiful old Porsches. Absolutely amazing. Rear tires, let's take a look at that, because these are 17-inch wheels as well, but 275s at the rear. So a very wide tire with a 40 sidewall. Apparently these tires are super difficult to get because Michelin makes like a batch of them and then everyone buys them and then they're gone again and you have to wait for like 3 or 4 months. But this is so nice to have like Pilot Sport 4 rubber on your RESTOMOD 911. Beautiful rear deck lid as well with an integrated spoiler here. MADSTER, that is what they call it at speed service. Super nice exhaust as well. Look at that finishing, that is so beautiful. I just want to lick everything. That's how nice it looks. So beautiful. Okay, so we can show you the trunk as well. Which they also did. So this is basically a Porsche bonnet that has been altered by speed service. All the panels, by the way, the rear fenders are much wider. I think the front fenders are wider as well. I mean, yeah, look at that. That looks so cool. But they all do that themselves, right? That is so cool. They also have their own paint booth. And then in the front here, they have this beautiful frunk covered in leather with a nice touch. Oh, that is soft. And then you have your power switch in here. So you can take this part out and then you have your spare wheel and your battery down here as well. That is also why that is there. Your main switch. Let me check. I think that is the bonnet or the engine cover basically. Open that up. Oh, look at that. So this used to be a 3.6 with 250 horsepower, but it is now a 3.8 liter. So they enlarged the engine with 330 horsepower, but you can basically, they can do whatever you want. They can also put a turbo on it. They're working on a very special engine themselves that will do like 500 horsepower. I'm not going to give away anything about that, but they're working on their own engines. They built the engines. They have a couple of really special cars over there with like 800 horsepower. It is super crazy and it looks just so stunning. It runs like an old engine, but it drives like a new car. And that is just something really special. It makes you like very nostalgic about cars and about, you know, the way that cars were driven when this car was built. So these cars were built between 89 and 94. They built around 62,000 of these 964s in different versions. And some of them are like crazy expensive, like turbos, RSs. Some of them are a lot less wanted, but they still get bought. So nowadays it's very hard to find a good 964 body for them to build, because everyone is buying them around the world to do stuff like this with. But I have to say, this is one of the best I've seen so far. It is absolutely stunning. So let's check out. I think the door is the only part that is still original. And then inside we've got these super nice seats. They also make them themselves. So this mold is their own with this stunning color on the seat back. And then they have it upholstered. Absolutely stunning. And then the original layout for the dash with a beautiful Momo steering wheel. But everything has been refurbished, restored, or is just new. And that makes it feel like a really good combination between the old and the new. They also have like this leather covered footwell. Everything feels very luxurious. So now let's get in. I have to say that it is a bit cramped for big old maxi, but I mean, if you build your own car, if you have your own car built at Speed Service, they can obviously make sure that you fit properly, but I just about fit, so that is amazing. You can even fit some kids back there, although I don't see any seat belts there, but you do have quite a nice seat there. All right, so let's start it up, which is just mega. Listen to that idle. Oh my god, that is so nice. I could just listen to this all day. I mean, if you would put this on like my phone, some headphones on, old cars are the best. I love them so much. Everything sounds so cool. The door slams, it sounds like steel. It smells amazing. And it feels like you are a movie star from the 1960s or 70s, which is just amazing. Okay, so we have a nice little road here. Surrounding this little lake. And we're going to drive it. Oh, and it feels so good. Oh, some cows down there. What's up, buddies? Oh, that is the stuff. That is the stuff. Immediately it just feels so natural. The steering is nice and heavy, it's beautifully weighted. The suspension is amazing. Gearbox is a 5-speed, original 964 gearbox. But it feels quite nice, it feels pretty tight, which is nice. It doesn't feel like old or all over the place. Oh, this is amazing. It's a nice place to live here. Bit more sound. It sounds really deep, this flat 6, air cooled. So little throttle. Oh, it runs so well. It's such a clean engine, such a beautifully revving thing that just, it's so linear, right? It's naturally aspirated, of course. And then we've got a we've got a limited slip diff as well, linked to that gearbox. It's quite a quick car too. It's like perfect. 330 horsepower. It's absolutely perfect for this car because It's like, it's not too fast, it's not scary to drive it, which, you know, the guys built this car in like, it's like 2,500 hours of labor to build one of these. So it could also feel like a bit scary to drive it, but it's super easy. It feels like a modern car driving it, which has a lot to do with the suspension as well, and the steering. It's so solid. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So, I've told you everything about this car, basically. Well, not everything, but I've told you the most important things, what they do, how they do it, and how much time it actually costs. So, it's between 12 and 16 months to build one of these things from start to finish. They find the body, they completely strip it, clean it, and then they start building a new car from the ground up. It takes 12 to 16 months, which I can imagine. What does it cost? Around 450,000 euros. This one, the Targa, is 480. And, well, I'll tell you one thing. It's about half the price of a Singer, I think. But it's not half the car, I can tell you that much. This thing has been built properly, and it feels amazing. It really does. There's so little cars like this out there, and these 964s, there's a reason why there are quite a few companies who do stuff like this, because the car is so suitable for it. It's nimble, it's light, it weighs like 1,200 kilos, this thing, and it feels solid to drive. Absolutely amazing. Wow, what a car. So top speed, as I said, we're not going to do Autobahn stuff today because, yeah, it's not really suitable, but it will do 250 kilometers an hour quite happily, I think, because it just feels very tight down. Jeez Louise. And there are a lot of, you know, new expensive Porsches that are limited editions, or that you can't even buy. Porsche often just doesn't even let people buy their limited edition cars, even though they have like 20 Porsches. Even then, they're not sure that they can buy it. It's not a guarantee. And with this thing, you know, you're looking at around the same price. But with this, you can just build it the way you want. You can choose everything and make sure that it is completely to your liking, and that is something really special. It really is. These are like the days that make my job even more special than it already is. Lovely. Yes, please. I'll take a couple of these. No, I can't. And it doesn't give a peep. It honestly. This thing has been built well. It really has. Wow, 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 wow. So nice. Speed Service guys, thank you so much for inviting us to drive your amazing Targa in Speed Service Gold. I hope this will be a worldwide phenomenon. You guys are building some amazing cars, and I really appreciate you letting me drive it. I know that it can be quite difficult to give someone your car like this, and well, just know that I really appreciate it. To you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as well. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.